All right, what's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to my channel. Day 9 SR challenge to day 500. So today I want to talk a little bit about, maybe to remind you guys, maybe for you to dig a little bit deeper on why you should remain on semen retention. It might start off of you getting on SR for one reason or another, but guys, this is basically a cultivation of a raw energy. Okay, I want you to be in the know enough to know that this is the seed. Okay, this is the seed that helps, that is a factor in creating life, another human being. So just consider that and meditate on that for like a couple seconds here. Just think about that, the power, the potential, the reality of what you're really keeping. So this is the cultivation of that life, vital, vigor, life. So there's so many different names, guys. I mean, the Chinese call it jing, so we'll stick with that for a minute. So you're cultivating jing. Now, people expect quick fixes, in life. I want to take a pill and lose 100 pounds. I want to take a pill and gain 30 pounds of muscle in, a month or something like that. This is how we are in this generation. This is how humanity is, probably has been in previous generations. But this generation, I can see how it's, hey, run through McDonald's, get a quick fill up. Back in the day, man, they were hunting all day, maybe days, and the village themselves were, very, very minimal on food until the hunters came back with the prize meat, and then the villages celebrated and they had dances and bonfires and just, whatever religion they were, they probably sacrifice some to their gods, blah 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 blah, whatever. But it was a huge thing to eat, so nowadays it's like fast food, McDonald's, Burger King, boop boop boop. Parasites, that kind of ties into yesterday's video about parasites. Man, I watched an hour-long video, so deep. I actually linked it in my post on my YouTube channel. I highly recommend you guys check it out if you care about your body. There's so much synchronicities that is like falling into place with me right now about like everything, dude. It's insane. I want to talk about it, but I want to try to stay on point. So jing, cultivation, this is what's happening. It takes a while, guys. It takes a while. So think about how long it takes just the seed to mature. Just to mature is approximately 64 to 90 days. That's the maturity of a seed. So when you get that life cycle going of birth and death within on the seed level, you're not, number one, you just got to look at it this is layer 1, level 1. You're not wasting. Okay, you're not wasting by excreting through the exchange of a sensual pleasure, right? So you're keeping energy at the very minimum. But what we're doing over time, after you get past that 64, we'll just say 90 days, you're starting to develop a stronger cultivation. It's like composting. It's similar to composting for a garden. I like this analogy because when you grow vegetables in a garden, it starts from a seed. Well, when you keep using that soil, planting the seed, growing vegetables, well, eventually the soil will become depleted with nutrients. Okay, so what do you need to do? You need to replenish the soil. There's something called fallow, F-A-L-L-O-W. I think it's in the Bible. Like every 7th year, you got to let the land actually rest. This is the symbolism of like resting once a day, or once a week. I mean, this is a Sabbath of our bodies resting. Okay, so there's a cycle and a balance of things. So what we're doing essentially is composting on the seed level, and this analogy is recycling, because when the seed dies, there's mechanisms down there that take place to recycle the seed, the nutrients and all the stuff it takes to create it. Okay, so what you're doing is like you're taking all the scrappings that you eat, all the peelings, if you want to peel your vegetables or whatever you don't eat, you throw it back in the compost, let it do its thing. The microorganisms eat it up. You can put some earthworms up in there and then throw that back in the garden in a year or two. And it's like rejuvenation and a revitalization of that soil. And then the next time you put the seed up in that soil in the garden, the vegetables grow probably even better than they originally did. I've been a gardener for a long time, and I've seen this firsthand, of the benefits of recycling. This is like a process of regeneration, regenerating the soil, the land. This is also an internal process of cultivating your inner land, making that seed more receptible through other, healthy lifestyle choices, by just simply actually eating healthy and getting sunshine and drinking plenty of water and exercising and all that other basic stuff that shouldn't even have to be spoken about from one human to another. But unfortunately, it has to be, because we've lost our way, in a very detrimental way, man. People are forgetting very basic human principles and laws and understandings of what it means to even be human. So, we're all here to help each other get back on the path of basic human principles, laws, and rules. You obey the rules of nature, and nature kind of respects you. You respect nature, right? So we take care of each other and we build from there. But this is what it is, guys. This SR is not just to get some female, not just to whatever, all this basic stuff. I'm not saying they're necessarily bad, unless you have an egotistical or prideful or personal gain out of it. It's got to be for the greater things. It's really, for me, it started off like, I want to draw closer to God. I want to get rid of this lust. You know what I mean? Eradicate these Jezebels and succubuses and all this stuff in the spiritual realm, and the stuff that I myself have like defiled, like messing with my body, and disrespecting my body. It's like, I'm done with all this crap. So I think it was really a directive from the Lord, because it's in the Bible. It starts off with just that. The seed of the Word of God plants in your heart, and then next thing you know, you're on semen retention. This is how it works, and then it goes from there. And I've had so much open up to me, along this path, like so many other things, and it's really not just because of semen retention, guys. It's like, oh, semen retention do this, semen retention do that. It's when you plug God into your life, with practices such as semen retention, that where you will get knowledge and wisdom and understanding. It's from God. It's not from a practice like semen retention. It's like semen retention helps to clear the crap that you've been partaking of. It kind of removes the clouds so you can see the sun, right? This is what it is. Lust is like those dark clouds. It's like, man, it's not sunny out. Like, no, yeah, it's definitely still sunny. You just, in your mind, in your perception point of view, you don't see the sun. But when it's sunny out, it's like, oh, there's the sunshine. It's nice to see the sunshine. Know that the sun's always with you, both symbolically speaking and literally speaking, spiritually speaking as well. So, but yeah, this is what it is. It takes about 6 to 18 months, guys. This is a game of patience. I say that a lot because it's a fact. You can't expect it to be like some quick fix. 6 to 18 months of jing cultivation before you want to externalize that for realized benefits. Now people say, what are you talking about? Well, some people are instantly thinking, oh, like the gym, the muscles. This does help along the journey while you are cultivating the jing, the raw energy. 6 to 18 months, you will notice a bodily change if you keep it up, though, like an actual physical change in the mirror. Now, if you're really, really young and already vital, you're already pumping out muscle. You're already, at the keenness and height maximum potentiality, I think. And if you keep depleting, then you're gonna decline as you age. You won't see it in real time, like how you witness a plot in a movie of everybody's life story and everything. It's from beginning to end in a couple hours. It takes years to really see a change. So it's going to take years to see a positive change as well. You got to think about all the damage that you did over the years, depending on your age. Now, if you're only 18, you got a lot of future ahead of you. And that's not to say okay, if you're 50 or 60 years old, it's hopeless. No, absolutely not, bro. I want to remind you guys that the body, God did not design the body especially in the New Covenant, the New Testament. If you understand anything about it, the body is meant to live, guys. It's not meant to die. The body, God cares about the body. God cares about the soul. It's from the spirit that quickens your soul and your mortal body. And this is what we are doing. We are cultivating that energy. We're not wasting that life force energy. We're cultivating it. It takes about six to 18 months before you can actually start utilizing this on an external way. So this has to do with like energy healing. You see all these people doing this over in other countries, almost everywhere but America. Energy healing practices, like chi. How they say the jing can kind of convert into chi. This is like an energy conversion type of thing, and spirit to them, Shen to them, was basically the final conversion from the raw jing, basically semen retention. So there's a process of change, or transmutation and transformation that will take place to where it's like the human potentiality, the inner power that really we all have. It's just that we've never fully, not a lot of people have never fully realized it, because we've never given the chance to harness this and see like, okay, what's really like, how powerful is a human being actually? You know what I mean? Like when he follows the rules, you know what I mean? Very, very few people are. It's like, it's so rare to where like when people actually do obtain a sense of this, they're like, man, we got to keep this secret. We got to keep this kind of safe, because what if like people aren't even ready? You know what I'm saying? Like we're basically like talking about this knowledge essentially on a very basic principle right now. We retainers, and we're all going to be coming more to the knowledge of like this type of stuff. You're going to fully realize why you are on semen retention. If you want to get off around, if you want to keep going on this path, like what is the end, like to what end? You know what I mean? Basically you start to obtain those supernatural, superhuman powers, so it seems, to the masses. Because when you have a world full of degenerate, mindless, like parasite driven, demonic driven mindsets in the way of life and society, you get some people who are actually living normal and following the rules. It might seem supernatural or superhuman to all those other people, right? And they're like, ooh, they might even worship you as a god or something like that. It's like they did that with Paul, in the Bible. Paul and his buddy, they were doing a lot of stuff. They were casting out demons and doing all this stuff, right? By the power of God. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, when you come to the full realization of this, you realize that like some people will ask you, oh, is this demonic? Is this, guys, this is energy that God gave you as a gift, and you can use that gift to create another human being, or use that gift and cultivate it and grow and use it for the benefit to bring the kingdom of heaven here on earth to a more real visual way, to where people will look at you and you say, I'm a son of God. And I'm here to extend the kingdom of heaven here on earth. As your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And when people see that, it will attract them in the right way, because a lot of people are dissuaded by the religious Christian church nowadays, because it's all like, oh, just believe and do what you want, and then you're still going to heaven. It's like there's no rules, like, necessarily, right? I'm not talking like a law mindset mentality. I'm talking about like, yeah, you're okay, you eat pork, no big deal. Guys, pork has so much pathogens and microscopic demons. Watch that video that I put on my post, man. You'll come to a new revelation about this. It'll make you want to eat healthier. It'll make you want to fast. As within, so without, guys. I'm not even going to talk about it right now, but it's so real, so prevalent. Like, what's going on the inside is evident of what's going on the outside as a whole. You just look around. Why do you think they put Burger King in every corner? Man, I don't even want to go down this rabbit hole right now. I'm going to try to stay on topic. But so yeah, guys, this is what it is, man. Cultivating that jing energy, and living and not dying. Okay, because God sent Jesus the Christ to come here to not only save you, like literally save you, but to put you on the path of life and to live life more abundantly, and this is where it's at. So we true Christians who are one with God through Christ, this is the truth, because Christ Jesus said that you are the branches and I am the vine. What do you think a tree looks like? That is oneness, pure oneness and unity with spirit. So when you renew your mind and follow the rules and do as God says, that becomes more realized. Like the spirit is more realized on the physical matter level, to where it will become external. It'll be seen, and evident through the laying on of hands, through healing. Jesus said, what I can do, you can also do, and even greater, right? So when you're like, here's the thing: is like you can't expect to be used by God when you're living in a degenerate way of life. Like you're masturbating every day, and you're getting drunk every day, and you're eating Burger King every day, and say, "Oh Lord, please use me so I can heal people," stuff like that. And then another religious person will come at you and argue and say, "Well, it's not about that. The Lord can still use you." You guys, you got to understand, man. To be an instrument of God, you can't have the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean we might slip up once in a while. Like I just slipped up. That doesn't mean like I'm imperfect. But God uses like your weakness, like when you're weak, He is strong type of thing. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that, but it's like you gotta be real, man. Like yes, he's still using you. He can still use you, and he will. But it's just like the closer you tap into the spirit, the more you will be renewed, and the less, just like naturally, the less you will be inclined to even give in to lust. You know what I mean? It's like not even about trying or effort or works. It's just evidence, because the spirit, one of the fruits is self-control. This is where I replugged myself back into in a full realization, of like, it's really becomes easy, guys, 100% easy and effortless when you plug into the spirit first and let Him fight your battles for you. Let Him be your self-control. It's all about just simply renewing your mind every single day, and getting that source food from spirit. Then it stems down into the soul and then into the body. And as you're doing this, you'll be on paths like semen retention to complement and to be better used, to be a better instrument, a more equipped instrument for God, and to be the hands and the feet, here on earth is what it is. So, you just got to imagine it like this. Is like, do you think I'm going to be getting drunk every single day and going out there and healing people as I'm like, oh yeah, and healing people? Like, no. That's what they accuse you of. That's what they accuse you as that's what they accuse them of, I should say, is back in the day, they accused them of being like drunkards and wine bibbers, or whatever, and all this stuff. They even said Jesus was possessed by demons, So, yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. So I hope you guys get something good out of this. I could probably talk a little bit more on some things, but I just want to try to give you guys a refresher about why you should stay on semen retention and plugging into God first. And semen retention becomes a great like side benefit tool, assistance tool for progressing in your relationship with God. So have a good day, guys. See you tomorrow. Peace.